ChatGerry, Reflections on the Vicious Cycle of Modern Healthcare, through SGE-AI System, number 1402, October 23, 2025. Gerald C. EclaireMD Foundation. Category, Diabetes. Mission Statement. I write these papers not for fame, but to share what I have learned so others can understand their health, prevent disease, and live longer, healthier lives. Main text. My health crisis began in 1985 with obesity and led to type 2 diabetes in 1990, followed by cardiovascular events in 1993 and 1994. By 2010, I weighed 220 pounds with a BMI of 32.5, clearly obese. Over 16 years, through knowledge and self-discipline, I reduced my weight to 160 pounds and dropped my hemoglobin A1C from 13% to 6%. That 27% reduction in body weight and 54% drop in glucose proved how body weight drives diabetes. I achieved this without any medication. Yet from 1990 to 2009, I lived entirely on different drugs, which caused massive vascular calcification, and eventually led to a hemorrhagic stroke on June 21, 2025. Triggered by acute hypertension of 175 mmHg resulting from emotional stress. Through my own research, I estimate that 91% of my stroke came from the earlier, drug-dependent 20 years, and only 9% from my later 16-year drug-free period. Medications can suppress symptoms but cannot cure the root cause of diabetes. I began using a continuous glucose monitoring (CGM) device in mid-2018. Recently, I decided to add in simplified glucose energy (SGE) model into my custom medical AI system, Chronic, on my iPhone. Instead of only counting how long glucose stayed in healthy range, I multiplied time on the x-axis by amplitude on the y-axis. Just as energy in physics is measured by the area under a curve, my long-term, over 7.3 years or 29 quarters, SGE results were: hypoenergy, less than 70 mg per deciliter, 1%; normal energy, 70 to 150 mg per deciliter, 87%; hyperenergy, greater than 150 mg per deciliter, 12%. Above values matched my health history, showing a 9% viscoplastic energy burden during the 16 drug-free years, compared with a much higher 91% viscoplastic energy contribution during the 20-year medication. This proves that energy, not chemical averages, reveals the truth about metabolic stress. Traditional medicine focuses on time and range, TEER, ignoring amplitude and total energy. But every high school physics student knows that energy equals the area under a time-amplitude curve. My custom medical AI system, Chronic, calculates this directly from glucose waves, showing the hidden metabolic force or stress that drives vascular damage. The missing half of the story that majority of clinic doctors have not yet seen. Modern healthcare is trapped in a profit-driven cycle. Pharmaceutical companies, insurance companies, and healthcare providers profit from maintaining chronic diseases, not reversing them. Type 2 diabetes becomes the perfect business model, leading to CVD, CKD, stroke, dementia, and cancer, each requiring lifelong treatment and continuous cash flow. After more than 1,400 papers and 300 lectures at different medical conferences, I have learned that truth often meets resistance before acceptance. Still, I will continue my independent research through viscoplastic medicine theory, VMT, neural network AI medicine, NNM, and topological data analysis, TDA, when energy balance is stabilized through diet, exercise, sleep, and emotional control. A significant portion of chronic diseases can indeed be reversed. The true revolution in healthcare begins when patients learn to understand and measure energy, not just surface numbers. Disclaimer: this content is provided for educational reference only and does not constitute medical advice. No doctor-patient relationship is created. You may share this summary freely, but it must not be altered, edited, or republished as your own. All intellectual property rights and copyrights for this article and its related materials belong to the author, Gerald C.